guys, Kathy here. Today I am bringing you my April favourites. Now I do apologise that it's a bit late, but obviously as you can see I'm still travelling, so when you finally get this video it will be once I've gotten back from travelling. So I do apologise that it's a bit late, but it's here anyway. So I have been trying a few new products and I've been really enjoying them, but in terms of things like eye products, I really haven't had anything that's changed. I've just been loving my neutrals, so things like my Naked palettes and my Meet Matte Nude and stuff. So most of my products are to do with face and lips, but I do have two eye products, and the first one's actually a tool, and it is a brush from e.l.f. and it's their e.l.f. contouring brush. Now I don't know why they call it a contouring brush, because really it's a crease brush, but I use this as a blending brush in the crease, and I've got really small eyes, so I find a lot of blending brushes are too big and they just make everything look really messy, but this is lovely and precise, but it's still big enough that I can get a bit of, how can I say, a lighter blended look as opposed to precision look. So this brush, it's fairly new. I've only had it, for a few weeks now, probably a month, but honestly I've been using it pretty well every day. It's fantastic. And the other eye product is the NYX Wonder Pencil, and I got it in light, and essentially it's just a cream, pink cream eye pencil which uses a brightener, so I tend to wear it in the waterline. It's lovely. It doesn't last all that long in the waterline, but I've yet to find a pencil that does, so that doesn't really bother me. But it's really nice in the morning when you're looking a bit, I can't believe I've gotten out of bed this early. It's nice just to try and brighten the whole look. In terms of its application, it is very creamy. So that is 2 swipes. Very creamy, goes on easily. And if you're putting it on someplace other than the waterline, it lasts all day, you've got no problems. Okie dokie, I will get into face products. The first, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my last favourites video actually, but they're my NYX HD Foundations. I'm a big fan of the Makeup Forever HD foundations, but they're so expensive that I don't generally like to wear them for everyday use. I tend to use them for special occasions. So these things are a very good drugstore dupe for that, and they're actually a slightly more matte finish, which for me in everyday use is actually really good, because obviously when you live in a hot and sticky climate you need something which isn't going to make you look like an oily monster after a couple hours. I did have to bring both of them with me when I was travelling, because I'm between seasons at the moment, so I'm between colours, so one squirt of this and one squirt of this and I get an absolutely perfect colour match. So if I'm wanting to use a bronzer slightly more heavily, I'll probably just apply the light foundation and then I look like a ghost, and then I can build up the colour as I wish, but generally I just add the two together, make a perfect match, and we're all good. Following on from that is my Benefit Boing concealer, and this is in, I think it was medium, can't even remember now. You'd think it would say it on there somewhere, but if it does I can't see it. Oh well, it's 02, so 1 is light, so yeah, medium. It's brilliant. You probably heard me say this more than once, but I'm not a huge fan of concealers. I'm really lazy when it comes to morning makeup, and the thought of having to put another layer on just to hide a few blemishes generally doesn't appeal. But if I'm in a real rush in the morning and I don't have time to put my face on, I actually grab the concealer and I'll just rub it into areas which are of greater concern for me, so generally my cheek and my nose. And it's a perfect match for my skin, so I don't even have to worry about discoloration. Like, it blended out into your face, but it doesn't look like, oh, she's got a patch of foundation there and not over here, so it's really good. I love the application. It's just fingers, fantastic is my opinion. Nothing's better than fingers, and it lasts all day, so fantastic. And then I have two cheek products. The first is a blush, and it is from Sleek, and it is my Rose Gold blush. and I'm actually probably going to do a video sometime. It's a dupe video sometime. This powder, it's early in the morning. This blush is actually a very, very, very close dupe for NARS's Orgasm, and the only reason why it's not an exact match is this one is actually more pigmented. So when I did swipes for it, when I first got it, and I thought, oh, that looks like Orgasm, so I brought them out and swatched them next to each other, and the coloration and the mixture of shimmer, etc. was identical. The only difference was the sleek blush came out much brighter and much highly pigmented. So when I use this, I do have to use a sleight hand, otherwise it's like kaboom, you've got colour on your cheeks. So great, now what am I going to do? I'm going to start again. But it's just a beautiful, funny enough, it's a rose gold colour. They name them aptly. One of these days I'm going to remember which way to put the swatches on my arm to show them up on the camera. But yeah, it's just a beautiful rose gold colour. Beautiful for the cheeks. Don't use it quite so much now that we're coming into later autumn, so I'll probably be starting to get into more of my deeper, darker colours for the cheeks. But where I live, we still get days where you're upwards of 33 degrees Celsius, so still rather warm, so we don't exactly get a winter, so you can still get away with some makeup without looking out of place. And the other cheek product is my Milani Baked Bronzer, and this is in Glow. Now, most of these products will be shown again in my What's in My Travel Bag video later, but that's because I brought my favourites with me, so because I knew I was probably going to do some filming. So anyway, yes, so this bronzer is again relatively new purchase. I only had it for about a month and a half, and it's a nice decent size. I really don't like products where they sort of try and shrink the packaging. This one's a nice big size. You don't feel like you're going to lose it or break it. I did drop this the first day I got it and it didn't break, which I was very pleased about. I don't actually generally use this as a full bronzer because A, it's too shimmery, and B, it's actually a bit light for me. So I've actually been using it as a highlighter, and it's just beautiful. It does have high shimmer, which generally if I'm going to use a bronzer, I generally like to have a bit more of a matte finish, because otherwise my face is oily to start with, so you add shimmer into the mix and it's just like the setting sun, so not a good look. But yeah, it's just a beautiful, I'm not even sure it's going to show up on my arm, but it's just a lovely glowy colour. It's aptly named. You might be able to just see it. So, yes. And then the last two products are actually from the same line, and I will be actually doing a review on these sometime. Don't know when, but I will be doing a review on them because they are unbelievable. But they are the Wet n Wild Megalast liquid lipsticks. And I've got two of them here. I think I got 5 of them, maybe, but the others are at home. But these things, I haven't really been a fan of liquid lipsticks up to this point, because normally I find you paint them on, then they bleed, and then they rub off, and it's like, great, so you got to go back and paint them on again, and again, and again. These things, I paint them on in the beginning of the day, and doesn't matter what I manage to eat for lunch, morning tea, afternoon tea, all of that, it's still there at the end of the day. They don't come off. It's literally like you paint them on, you gotta let them dry first, let them dry, and they're on. Your lips are now that colour for the rest of the day. So they are absolutely brilliant. I cannot rave about these enough, and they're really cheap, which was really nice. But the two that I brought with me is Coral Me Bad, which is actually what I've got on my lips at the moment. It's not really a coral colour, it's more of a pink colour, but doesn't bother me, it's really, really nice. And then the other one is Red My Mind, and it's a really, really red. Probably comes out a bit more pink there, but it's no doubt it's a red. So there you go. Still coming out pink there. Trust me, it's really, really, really red. So, a bit more of a deeper cool toned red than a warm red. I'll swatch the other ones just so you can see what it looks like on my hand. So, that gives you a bit of an idea. So you let those dry and they're just on. The applicator is a doe foot applicator, but it's a bit longer than most other applicators that I've seen of this type. It's also, I find a lot of liquid foundations can be a bit sticky, so trying to get them on is like trying to move a bit more of a paste. These are really, really, really liquid, so I actually tend to, when I have them on the applicator, I almost clean the applicator completely off and then just use whatever's left on it, because otherwise you find that it sort of goes everywhere. So less is more with these things. I've never been a fan of that saying, but in this case it's actually true. So yes, that does my April favourites. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do have any questions at all about it, please let me know, or else products that you think I might like and recommend me trying out, etc. Please don't hesitate to tell me. I'm always looking out for something new to try. So yes, thank you very much. I will catch you next time. Catch you later.